We're gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you've done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something? We've been here before. You trying to get there.
Matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. Just outboxing the shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Butt been fighting big people all their fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press conference, Terence Crawford's trainer, BoMac McIntyre, warned Canelo that size and weight won't matter on fight night. He said Crawford has always fought bigger opponents and still finds a way to win. With confidence, BoMac made it clear that Canelo will be in trouble because Crawford's skills and mindset will give him the edge in the ring.
Matchup with Canelo.
Butt beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. Just outboxing the shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Butt been fighting big people all their fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, BoMac? Canelo's famed head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we can get past that shit.
BoMac speaks with confidence about Terence Crawford's chances in the upcoming fight, saying this is more than just another match. It's a chance to prove Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He points out that Crawford has trained hard with no excuses, and that his preparation and discipline are what set him apart from ordinary fighters. For BoMac, this fight isn't just about winning, it's about making history and showing the world why Crawford is at the top of the sport.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Reports of Canelo Alvarez struggling with Jaron "Boots" Ennis in sparring sparked a lot of discussion in the boxing world. Many fans see Ennis as having a style similar to Terence Crawford, with quick movement, sharp counters, and strong defense. If Canelo had trouble in a controlled sparring session, people wonder how much tougher it will be against Crawford in a real fight. Sparring is not the same as a championship match, but such rumors made many believe Canelo could face more problems than expected. For Crawford fans, it adds confidence that he has the skills to take advantage of Canelo's weaknesses.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford's camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
In response to the sparring stories, BoMac dismissed the comparisons between Jaron "Boots" Ennis and Terence Crawford. He said Boots is talented, but Crawford is on a completely different level. No sparring partner can copy what Crawford brings because his mix of experience, adaptability, and sharp mindset is unique. BoMac explained that Crawford's strengths go beyond speed and movement. They include intelligence under pressure, something hard to match. His comments showed strong confidence that the real fight will highlight Crawford's special qualities and prove why comparisons miss the point.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response to that.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
Analyst Adi Oladipo shared concerns about Crawford putting on extra weight for the fight. He explained that boxing is not just about size, but about keeping the right balance between skill and power. Gaining too much weight too fast could slow Crawford down or affect his natural rhythm. Since Crawford is known for his speed and smooth style, Oladipo worries that changing his body to match Canelo's size might hurt his strengths. While fans admire Crawford for moving up in weight, Oladipo reminds everyone that even good preparation can bring risks if not managed carefully.
Wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him? He's
now
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
Trainer Breadman Edwards gave a more balanced take on the situation. He said Crawford knows that Jaron Ennis sparred with Canelo and that Ennis has real power, but this doesn't affect Crawford's mindset. Instead, Crawford uses this knowledge as part of his preparation. Edwards explained that Crawford's confidence stays strong because he focuses on the actual fight and his ability to adapt in the ring. Knowing that Ennis was in Canelo's camp might even push Crawford's team to train harder for that style. Edwards made it clear that Crawford's mental strength keeps him steady, no matter who his opponent works with.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and BoMac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and BoMac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
Many fans and analysts believe Canelo's size advantage will be too much for Crawford to handle. They point out that Canelo is strong at higher weight classes, while Crawford started his career at lightweight. The debate comes down to size versus skill. Critics argue that no matter how talented Crawford is, size and power matter, and Canelo's heavy punches could eventually break him down. For this group of boxing fans, moving up to face such a naturally bigger and stronger fighter is simply too big of a challenge for Crawford.
Canelo versus Crawford, who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Another key point in the debate is Canelo's huge experience at the top level. Analysts note that he has faced almost every style: slick boxers, aggressive fighters, and strong defensive opponents, while going through many championship rounds under the brightest lights. This gives him a calmness and composure that few fighters have. Experience often decides how someone reacts under pressure, and Canelo has proven his toughness many times. Supporters believe that his mix of experience and natural strength makes him a very difficult challenge for anyone, including Crawford. They argue that while skill is important, big fight experience can give Canelo a big advantage.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some in the boxing world feel torn about this fight. They respect Crawford for chasing greatness, but question if Canelo is the right opponent to build his legacy. The concern is not about Crawford's talent, but about the risk of facing a much bigger fighter, which could make the matchup feel unfair. Some believe Crawford could have chosen other paths to prove himself without such a size gap. Still, many admit this fight gives Crawford unmatched attention and a huge financial reward, making it both risky and rewarding at the same time.
Okay. Man, another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, you know, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford, nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
A big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol. He's got Benavidez. He's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as talented as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not.
Okay.
Because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. It's very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same thing.
Like that? Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight these up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guys.
BoMac sees the fight not just as a test of size and strength, but as a battle of intelligence. He explains that timing can beat power and speed can counter size. For him, Crawford's biggest strength is his ability to adjust in every moment, making him a puzzle that opponents struggle to solve. His well-known phrase, "skills pay the bills," is more than a saying. It reflects Crawford's career and mindset. BoMac believes that while Canelo has power and experience, Crawford's smart approach to the finer details of boxing gives him a real chance to win.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You gotta have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think, with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. Because Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay. He got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to take to get that win, right?
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.